The Circle of the Dead.
Welcome to another Dark 20 encounter design. It involves zombies and souls. So, to begin, you start on a long, dark, lonely road where players often find themselves. But to be fair, it can be done on any road as long as it's nighttime and windy and it's a storm going on. So the players are going to walk along this road. They're going to see a shadowy figure at the end of the road. It looks like a human being. And they're going to stop, question, wonder, shoot. They're gonna talk amongst themselves for about 5 minutes, deciding what to do. This is perfect. But when they spot the zombie, they're already surrounded. So the souls have gone. They are souls. They're these black souls that go around the players in a really big sphere. There's about 12 of them. You can adjust this depending on the amount of players you have. But there's 12 souls completely surrounding them, and the souls can't be interacted with. They cannot be fucked with. They're just there to kind of stop the players and freak them out. Then, once they've noticed that they are surrounded, this is when you unleash the unkillables. They are a trio of zombies. We've got the bounding zombie, which is just a really quick zombie, because the idea of this quick zombies are scary. But then I love the idea of a bounding zombie, like kind of runs on all fours and is really quick as well, because I just think that's really cool. So I created the bounding boy. Now he comes rushing out of the forest. He's really quick. He is hard to hit. I think people you get disadvantage on your first go to smack him. So he comes bounding out of the forest and attacks the players. Then you've got the clamping zombie. This guy just loves hugs. He will clamp on players, and now he'll do damage for every round the players are clamped down on. But he doesn't really have many attacks, except his whole job is to clamp down the player and immobilize them. Then the bile zombie, which spits bile out of his mouth and throws it, or shoots it out of his mouth, depending on the flavor that you think sounds cooler. But it can throw the bile like 60 feet. So this guy stays away from the fray. He doesn't stand near them, he stands away. This is for reasons that we want. We want the players to, one, they're going to be very confused because there's going to be a circle of zombies, well, souls, black souls, that they don't understand what they do. And then the kicker, which I don't even think I've explained yet, is when you hit one of the zombies, it's going to instantly heal. So cut its arm off, it will heal. Cut its jaw off, it will heal. And one of the souls will disappear. Now that's going to set off all sorts of alarm bells in the players' heads. They're going to, they don't know what's going on, but they know they're connected to the souls. It's not a hard puzzle to solve, but it gives them they might have a eureka moment. And giving players eureka moments is what we are DMing for. Giving our players that moment of them, they feel smart. So, the players, the unkillables, hit points are the souls. And the reason we put the bile monster away, back to that point, is because we want the bile monster, we want to give them that dilemma. The rule of thumb for the amount of zombies I do is you make an even amount of bounding zombies and clamping zombies that attack the players. So if there's 4 players, you could do 3 bounding zombies and 1 clamper, or 2 clampers and 2 bounding zombies. I would never do 3 clampers and 1 bounding. I would do no more than what I just said. So it's an even number. So the players' goal is to obviously hit all the zombies, but they're going to need to deal with the bile zombie. Now, the bile zombie, should have said that. It is the bile zombie is really far away, like I said, and it's going to be throwing bile. The bile explodes on impact, doing a bunch of damage. So the players are going to be hopefully not clamped and they can't move. So there's going to have to be a decision somewhere that players are going to need to split up. Someone needs to go kill the bile zombie. Why doesn't he shoot him with a bow? Well, there's a storm going on. If you've ever shot an arrow in your life, you'll understand the whole idea of shooting an arrow in a storm. Very difficult. It's near impossible to hit the bile monster with an arrow while this is going on. What about magic? Maybe it could use magic. But the rain and the storm is making it very difficult to see the bile monster. They just know the bile is coming from somewhere. So they need to go over there and solve that problem, which is very, very good. need to write that down. But I don't want to move. So the bile monster is shooting, throwing bile. We want to. It's like that. It's enough to give them stress, right? We like stress. We like stressing our players in these ways, and then letting them figure out problems, and then solving them, and then you have a huzzah moment. So like I said, they're unkillable. The zombies themselves are unkillable. They have to hit them a bunch. So there's 12. So let's say there's 12. They have to hit any of the unkillable, and accumulate that to 12 times. Have to hit any of the unkillable 12 times total, and they've won. The souls will disappear. There's a loot table for this. There's some items that are bizarre, mainly because they're coming from these weird zombies. Like the bile head, you can pick up and it can shoot things. There will be a black soul gem that allows players to turn into the metal. The black souls. Let them turn into the black soul zombies. The black souls. So they can become incorporeal. Is that the right word? They can like go through things, become invincible for like a turn. There's a whole load of items. That's on the PDF if you want to go get that. Yes, it's a very stressful adventure. It's very good. It's very good, especially for travel. There isn't much mechanically to it, except that. Oh, there is a few things. It's muddy weather, so moving around is also difficult because it's muddy, it's slippy. If you try to moving around in muddy weather while it's raining, while it's really windy, it gets quite difficult. Now add fighting on top of that. And like I said, the storm stopping ranged attacks, making ranged attacks really difficult, and a bit of less vision. There's also a lightning mechanic where it's storming. So if anyone's using metal weapons, they run a risk of getting struck by lightning. So you just throw it at them. And it's not that hard for them to hit them 12 times, because if there's 4 of them, that's 2 rounds for 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 3 rounds. But some are going to miss. So you've probably got 4 rounds in them. But if you don't like the idea of 4 rounds, you shorten the amount of souls there are. You give them 9 souls instead. But also there might be double attacks. People might have 2 attacks going on. But you could also, I've had players just fight tooth and nail. I've had players immobilize the zombies, which I think is the best strategy. Like grab them, immobilize them, and then just hit them. But they have to deal with the bile zombie. But again, the bile zombie's not going to die immediately. So they'll have to figure out something there. It's going to be throwing, they're going to go stab it, and it's not going to die. It's going to get rid of the soul, but it's not going to die, even if they can see it. I do think this is more of an adventure for a low level. It doesn't need to be stupidly high. But it's very good travel adventure. Very good. You could use this as a setup, like I said, for Big Bad or Big Boss. Nope. Circle of the Dead. I have a PDF with the monster stats and the loot table. There's a map, all that stuff on the PDF on the old coffee page. You can follow the link in the description. I'll take you right to it. And yes, like, share, subscribe. All that jazz. If you want to support me to feel like this is good stuff, good shit, you can support me. There's on Coffee. There's my on the Coffee page. There's tiers. All of these adventures I'm giving away for absolutely nothing because you guys are great.